What's up, everybody? This is AlvaMan1. Uh, I put up a video earlier. For anybody who hasn't watched it, it's just my thoughts about the WWE. And this is just going to be a fun video. Just throwing out some general thoughts on stuff in the wrestling. And tonight I'm joined by a guy who's done some work with D. Jose and myself. A little bit new to YouTube, but this is the GR81.
Hey, everybody.
So, last night was the first night of The Miz's title reign. TLC match versus, of all people, Jerry the King Lawler. Who I think should have won, by the way.
Yeah. I personally, I thought it would have been funny if King would have won.
Would have been cool.
It would have been funny, though, too.
And, of course, Michael Cole's a douchebag, but we already knew that.
Yeah. There should have been actually somebody say, "Shut up, Cole."
And I'd like to thank CM Punk for that. I said that in my other video, but just to really get the point across, somebody finally said it, and it needed to be said, because Cole's an idiot.
And I don't know if you all saw it, but he actually got a beat down by King last night too.
That was pretty cool. Now, on to another thing that just popped into my head, because it just popped into my head. Santino Marella. How much do I wish I was him last night? Gets to walk out with Miss USA. Not to mention, he's going with Tamina, and her wrestling attire needs work. Because, damn.
Yeah.
Although I did like the boots, Ode to the Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Although, the WWE product dropped off a little bit in the summer. It's coming around again, but of course it usually does right around Survivor Series. Because after Survivor Series, you're winding up the year, and you're getting ready for the beginning of the Road to WrestleMania, which, as everyone knows, starts at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's a little early to throw out Rumble predictions, so we're not going to do that yet. Besides which, we're just not going to do that yet. But TLC, obviously, my guess is actually the title match, the WWE title match in many cases, is going to be Randy Orton versus Miz. Because
Yeah.
Randy Orton deserves a rematch,
Well,
right?
yeah, more often, yeah, probably more likely than not.
Which is unfortunate because Randy Orton's been the champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I say let's make it The Miz versus Santino, but that'll never happen. Tag title match. If there's going to be a tag title match at TLC, it's going to be Yoshitatsu and Mark Henry versus the Wendy's girl and Justin Gabriel.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're still the champions.
Yeah.
Now, John Cena's been fired. Well, okay, obviously.
So we've been told.
But I still think he's confused. He seems to think that we can't see him. I mean, come on, seriously? I can see him. He's huge. Look at the guy.
Yeah.
His arms are as big around as me. No, since I haven't been watching TNA, and I'm pretty sure you haven't really been watching TNA,
No.
we both pretty much agree that the TNA product is kind of like, But, at least it is now. It has potential. They have some good superstars, but, oh well. Not as long as Hogan's there.
Yeah, I got one thing to say about that. Fuck Hogan.
Alright, enough with that. We know. Fuck Hogan. And Bischoff.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
back to the WWE, I actually kind of feel like I should be watching more SmackDown, because I haven't really, but Edge, been playing the mind games with Kane. Now, is it going to backfire? I don't know. And I'm sorry, Boo Boo, but I gotta say it. I'd kind of like to see Kane kick the shit out of Edge.
He's really opting for an ass kicking.
Well, he's playing with the devil's favorite demon, or
Whatever it is.
whatever. Anyway, that's yeah. Rey Mysterio appeared on Raw last night, the special King of the Ring Raw. That was pretty cool. He came out and was messing with Benicio del Toro, or whatever the hell that guy's name is. Oh, right, Alberto del.
Yes.
Fuck him. Who cares?
Yeah. And then we got the new 2010 King of the Ring, Sheamus, or we call him Lame Ass.
You call him lame ass.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, I call him lame ass too, but come on. When Santino said it was great. But anyway, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. No, too fat.
Mark and Joy Mayonnaise?
Milky is the new King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And that's actually I like that. That actually, Sheamus has finally gotten at least somewhat established now. And come on, it's about time, because they just bam right into the title, and he's the champion. And what the hell? Now he's a two-time champion. He's had some time to establish who he is, and that's good. Even though it's unfortunately at the expense of the game.
Speaking of whom?
Speaking of which, yes, I was where I was going. He needs to come back already. Come on, Hunter, you're killing me here. So many opportunities that I could see that would be great for the game to come back. Like, the King of Kings come back at the King of the Ring.
Yeah, but we.
But my guess is most likely, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was gonna say.
But my guess is most likely he's gonna return at the Rumble.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Edge did, Cena did. It follows.
It makes sense.
But we got TLC before the Rumble. I keep jumping to the Rumble, but we got TLC. I've always been a fan of ladder matches. I've probably said that before. You know, WrestleMania 10, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, one of the greatest matches ever. But I mean, there are other great ladder matches. You go to WrestleMania 17, TLC. I think. Yeah, TLC 2, actually.
Would that be one of the ones that Shawn Michaels was in?
No.
Oh.
TLC 2, that was the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian.
Oh, yeah, right, that one, yes.
And one thing I wanted to say that just came back into my head, forgot to mention this, I actually kind of want to see Edge win. Likelihood is Kane's going to beat the hell out of him, but I'd like to see him win.
So you're just basically undecided.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it'd be funny as hell to see Kane beat the crap out of him, but I'd rather see Edge win the match. So I'd pick Edge in that match.
Okay.
And the big question is going to be for this Friday night, what's the stipulation going to be? We don't know yet. They have to have that match. Once they've had that match, then we know the stipulation. Moving away from SmackDown and back to Triple H. As I said, it's been way too long. You know, he could have probably come back at SummerSlam, but he didn't. Was his injury really that bad, if there really was an injury? I don't know. Maybe not. Regardless of that, the game needs to come back.
Yeah.
I know he's been the champion, he's been there, but somebody has to beat Ric Flair's record, because he's just annoying now. I mean, don't get me wrong, one of the greatest ever. There's no doubt about that, but good lord.
He needs to fucking retire, by the way. He needs to just be done with it.
Yeah, definitely. Shit. Flair's been around longer than Hogan, okay?
Yeah.
He started back in, like, I think the 70s? Maybe? Nah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. The point is, the guy is, like, old as fucking dirt. Seriously. Check it out. Do an age test on Dirt and Flair? Same age. Actually, Flair's older. But next week on Monday Night Raw, the Slammy Awards.
Ooh.
I touched on this briefly in my other video. But the first one I want to talk about is going to be Match of the Year. I feel like it's got to be Taker versus HBK at WrestleMania.
Definitely. There's no question about it.
Hey, we're in agreement there. Superstar of the Year. I think The Miz has a good look for that.
But at the same
I think he's
time-
probably got the best. So I would say the Miz.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say Santino, but
Santino.
why not?
Okay, why not? I would actually probably. Well, we'll get to that. Tag Team of the Year. That one's a little harder to say because tag team wrestling doesn't mean really what it used to. You know. But
Probably the Hard Dynasty.
yeah, Hard Dynasty. Um, Moment of the Year. That one's harder to say because there have been some interesting moments.
Probably gonna be Santino.
Boy. After Santino's Tea Party and the first time he called Sheamus lame ass, he's got a couple of good moments, but I think that maybe the moment where Kane opened the casket and Paul Bearer was in the casket, that's a pretty good moment.
Yeah.
What about Diva of the Year? There's another one, Diva of the Year.
I'd have to give it to, what's her name? God damn it. I know her name. The chick from the Hard Dynasty.
Natalia Neidhart. Good choice.
Yes.
Good choice. That's interesting. Natalia Neidhart. That's a good choice. And for anybody who's wondering, I don't even put Lay Cool on the list. But I would probably either say Natalia or Melina, just because I like Melina. Or Eve Torres, because she's from Colorado.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. But, I had another one in mind, but, Nerdy Little Pipsqueak of the Year, well, by default, that has to go to Daniel Bryan. But the guy is a heck of an athlete,
Yeah.
despite the fact that I think he may have hurt himself last night.
Yeah.
But that's what he gets for trying to dive out of the ring at somebody and smashing into a wall. Hey. Well, I think that'll about do it for us for right now. I'm Alpha Man 1.
And I'm...
He doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, I don't know who I am. I'm the GR81.
We'll see you around.